Alright, welcome. Here we are in the Parasaurolophus Park, and let's let him get his drink in peace. We'll go over here and look at these pins with the non-humble parasaurs in them. Now these are, I'm going to refer to these as always as a 1x1 pin, and as always again, these are just a single pull of fence, pulled straight and then run at a right angle. If you start one of these, when you start your park, you'll always have a square set up and plenty of room for things. And we'll look at that here in a minute. But these Parasaurolophus don't really have a lot of problem with comfort. So you can see they're down at 55. But what they do have a problem with is their food. It doesn't seem to like regenerate or something, because they can live for a while and then they will start dying in here until they've only got about what can be in here. You can see there's 14. There were 30 in here. So if I can fit 30 non-humble in a 1x1, I can fit 30 of them in any size pin I want. Whatever size. So here's a 1x2. Here's also a 1x2. And this is a 30 pin that's died down to 20. And that 56 to about 58% comfort is where they're going to kind of die until they're around there. Maybe a little higher even. But in here there's 73. 4 of them, 73%. Not any trouble at all in here. And I mean, 4 is not too many, but it's not terribly bad if you've got to have another species and just have no room for them. But if you can, here's the 1x3 with 4 at 93%. These would be a lot better for your park. People wouldn't complain about the dinosaurs' welfare as much. And with 4 of them in there, of course they can fit 30. Here's 24 of them at 57%. And, I mean, they still get where they're starving a little bit in here. So 1x3s and a 1x2. Alright. In here, not yet. The 1x2, let's move on to the 2x2. That's up here at 100%, which is about the smallest pin you can really get these in and then be happy, or the humble ones either way. There's 5 of them in this 2x2. No health problems at all. Nobody getting stuck. Just a few nice little dinosaurs. So, on to the 2x3. And in here, 9 of them. I put 10, it goes to 98. So, 9 is all they say they'll have. But in the other 2x3, again, there were 30. They've died down. So, you can't hardly cram them into these pins where they don't start to starve. They must eat all the food and it doesn't, I don't know what happens. Here's 15 in a 3x3. There were 9 down there in the 2x3, so we've gained 6. In the 1x3 over there, that's what you'd need to add to the 2x3 to get this pin. There's 4 down here. There's 9 over here. That's 13. There's 15 in here. We gained 2 dinosaurs just by having this pin. Of course, you can go 30 again, but I've had them get out of here. I've had a couple of them get stuck and die, and I've replaced them. But yes, you can have 30, of course, because you can have 30 in there. And again, there were 30 in here. Look, here's 2 dead ones. That's wonderful. But they get stuck, and they just stand there and do nothing. And so it's a 4x4. They were 100% happy at 30, and still whatever the problem was. I don't know if I have a little too much open space compared to ground nut or what it is, but they stand right there and die. Alright, so that's the non-humble. Let's go look at the humble. Here's a couple more dead ones. Here's a 1x1. And at 57%, we've got 18. So if they just haven't had long enough to die off or what, this park's been going on for a little while, so they should have had plenty of time. But 18, there were 30. Lost 12 of them. Next to them in the 1x2, stuffed to the gills at 58%, there's 21 of them. So only 3 more. Just not worth these little pins for these animals. Here I've got 79 of them, or 79% with 6 of them. It would be a little bit better with 5 probably, but I just don't know that I would want to use these little pins too much. When a 2x2 on the humble ones gets you 100% happy, 8 of them. This is a lot better pin. You can put a gyrosphere through here, viewing gallery on it without any problem. And then here, if you want a little more, 88%, there's 12. Half again as many, and you're still quite happy. That's quite a bit of appeal. 600 appeal for you, 720. Now this is the pin I really like for them, is the 2x3 with the humble. You get 15. And look at the size of this pin. It is tiny. It is the exact same size, basically. I mean, pretty well. If I could get the right here. As an innovation center. Not much bigger. These things fit within the 2x3. See, they fit in the 2x3. Not in the 2x2, but anyways. Here's the 3x3, and they're perfectly happy at 22. I had a 3x3 that had 23 of them in it, but I think it has a lot to do with like the vegetation layout. And you really want to put that vegetation in the water and not out on open ground, as I said. It just, well, just play with it when you've got them in there. You can see how much room you've got left. We're down to 28 of them in here at 91%. All right, so the 3x3 again holds 22 at 100. The 3x4 has 30 of them, though they haven't been checked, at 100. And no health issues or anything in here yet with these humble ones, so hopefully that's about as good as you need, a 3x4. And I always lay this out so you can kind of see why I think it's so important to run off this grid style park layout. Look at this. I built these pins first and then put all this in. So you've got 2 hotels, 3 large amenities making a fortune, a couple viewing platforms, viewing galleries on nearly every pin. The one pin I don't have viewing galleries for, this viewing platform can see right into it. And when you put it in, the big circle that shows where it is right on that pin. This area that all this stuff is in, from this hotel, left over here to the end of this pin, and up to the end of this pin, is a 5x6 square. And the 5x6 square, you could join, you could put a row of pins on the back of this and run this monorail over to another island over here just like this. So with that in mind, let's go look at where this might fit in a place where you get these parasaurs early, like the Chaos Theory map. It is Isla Nublar 1993. Let's go check that out real quick. Alright, so here is Isla Nublar 1993. Here's the grid for it. I think the arrival point is maybe up here. But we set a 5x6 on that thing. So what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down to here, and then about 6 over to here. Man, that is no kind of space at all. Let's just check this out. Because this map is enormous. I could about use this map for the test site. Alright, let's go back to the other one. So there you can see on that 1993 is the new bar map how easy it would be to put an island like this in it and run the monorail on off to another one. I mean, at 4.1 stars or 4 stars, now that I say it, it drops. At 4 stars on that other park, you could have 25 stars if you wanted to. There's so much room in comparison to how this is built and how well things fit together. But anyways, I'm going to leave you with a Parasaurolophus right here. Let you enjoy getting some sun, mooing at the sky, and say thanks for watching as always. Hopefully you can find room in your park for these guys. I think they're about a must-have, kind of like the iguanodons if you can get them. But enjoy the dinosaurs. I'll see you in another one. Take it easy.